Okay, so a marriage, sorry, let me move this out the way, a marriage between the CAD and the hand workflow. So this shank is from, it's a caddy that I've done, and it's cast by Apex, so $22 for platinum casting. Then that shank is going to get the stones running up the shoulders, and the reason I've decided to do part of this by hand and part of it by CAD is because if you hand make this, there are a variety of ways of doing this. You can make a thicker shank and then split it through there, turn these shoulders up, and then file and work all of that out. But your Lemel waste and the other factors of having to build it, plus never mind the labour, make that an issue. Or you can lay this under rail in, and then you have a solder line here. Alright, unless you're going to fuse in platinum, that solder line is always going to be an issue. Okay, I don't care how good you are, when you buff that, it shows, and with wear and tear it shows, unless you fuse it, of course. And fusing something like that is not exactly dead simple. You could, of course, pierce this thing from a plate, but trust me, this is where is my metal block? Oops. The old test of how do you test a casting. You all know how that is, of course. You're listening for ping, not thunk. Okay? So Apex Platinum castings always ping. If you hear thunk, you've got a problem. Alright? So that's a very dense casting. It's hard as hell. We're using the Cobalt Platinum. And I'll make a head by hand to drop in there. The reason I'm making the head by hand is there is no way I would get in there to be able to clean that all up, and the little 4-claw wire head would just look crap trying to do in platinum. Alright? So I'll grab a little bit more video on that in a section. So the next step is to take I'm just talking to the video. So the next step is to take your beam and you roll it down, and you just draw the wire, and you draw the wire thinner. And then we're going to bend it up and make the head. So what I've done in the meantime, I've just given that a basic paper down, and that'll just be polished up before the head gets dropped in. And in platinum, I'm going to try to fuse all of this together so it doesn't all fall apart. So then after you've drawn the wire down, you just bend a couple of springs and clip off those. Will become the 4 claws, that'll become the bearer, and then we'll paper down, polish up the whole lot and assemble it. I'm not sure, I think it's a carat 10 again or something like that. Going into that one. So alright, we'll grab a little bit more video footage of that when it comes up. Catch you later, Chris out. And then we're up to joining up the collet. Measure the stone for it, and then we'll start dropping into the ring, do some polishing and dropping the ring into it. So this is just done some pre-polishing, made that up, soldered that all up, so I'm just going to drop in and fit it for that section there. And I'll grab some video of that when I solder it up. Okay? So, video. There we go. Cheers, Chris. And that's it all done. Just finished the soldering. Hot. Wow. How's that? Done yourself. Platinum. Alright, so that's all soldered up. Bit more of a polish. So I wasn't convinced that hot. I wasn't convinced that I'll be able to get those wires cleaned up as well from a CAD cast than I do from having made it by hand. So sometimes I just do this on the fly to decide what it is that's going to work. So I'll grab a bit more video of that once it's cleaned up. So every now and then I decide just to double check that my CAD files and prongs or everything are still valid when I send them to setters, because sometimes, you know, you get a bit of a grizzle, oh your beads are not high enough, or this is a problem, or that's a problem. I decided to set this CAD one myself. I do this about 1 in every 10 jobs just to make sure that, you know, the stuff I'm drawing is actually still valid. So this job I'll actually finish up and set myself, and I'll set the center now and finish it up. I don't do this often, like I said, 1 in 10 jobs, and all it is just to make sure that my eye is still in, that the stuff I'm producing is valid. It also just makes it easier for me when the setters ring me up and go like, oh, you know, I got this problem or that problem, that I'm actually able to have a leg to stand on when I'm dealing with them. Anyway, so I'll set that up and finish it. Cheers, Chris out. So a little bit of finishing off in there. File up the claws. Bob's your Ronnie. Nice little quickie, easy money. Okay, so really that's that one done. So bit of CAD, bit of handwork, bit of setting, bit of machining, and I like to say that, you know, I'm not the best hand maker, I'm not the best CADer, I'm not the best setter, not the best of anything, but with what I do know of each process, I like to think I'm able to get a reasonable job out of it. Okay. Gee, the lighting in the shop was beautiful. Oops. Focus. Alright, there we go.